Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Just got back from walking Hudson. It's a gorgeous day, a little bit on the warm side. That's okay. Love it. Feel much better. Love that too. We're going to play in our altered books today. We're going to play with paper dolls. So how about that? Very, very fun. I had a lot of fun. Been wanting to do this, been ruminating. So yesterday I sat down and did it, and today we will finish it together. So it was very, very fun. I did do my live chat this morning, and I did thank yous to people. Of course, I can't find my list right now of the people that I want to thank, but Michelle and Alejandro, they donated money to the village, and Lori and Linda, and seems like there was somebody else that sent some goodies. So I've had a blast going through those. So thank you so very much, and thank you for my new Patreon members. There will be an exclusive video, and also for the Patreons, you will get a PDF of the instructions for the paper dolls, and also some faces for the paper dolls. Okay? So lots to look forward to. See you on the table. Look at our delicious book. It is so full. I have just, I think, a page in here and a page right here, and that's all I have. And then this book will be complete. So our project for today was paper dolls. So it was very fun. And they actually pull out, but it's hard for you to see all of them on the screen when they pull out all at once. So they fold up nicely into the book. We'll play with this screen later. I'm very, very happy with my paper dolls. And let's begin. Okay, this is something I've wanted to try for a little while. I'm going to start off with some faces, some kind of a writing utensil, scissors, my X-Acto blade, and some different papers. I'm sure I'll be adding to that as we go. And then a piece of pretty sturdy paper, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start folding this into this. There's a certain size that will work. I think we're going to try this anyway. So any piece of paper that you have that's kind of sturdy, fold it into pieces that the size that you want to play with. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I want to do more of an accordion, so I'm going to just refold it a little bit into an accordion. And I'm just going to draw a very simple design on here. So the head is going to be up here. And so I'm just going to draw a very simple dress. Now I'm going to size that up to the page. This is approximately where we want it. I may make some scallops at the bottom, we'll see. And with my ruler, I am just going to tear those off to the approximate size. And I will do that to all of the papers that I have chosen. I've just chosen some subdued colors, so this will be fun. So I'm just going to tear the rest of them. These are actually pieces of wallpaper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All exactly the same size. Oh, that's got some boo-boos in it. I guess that'll be going that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just Mod Podge them. I'm going to cut out my girls' faces. Just going to leave them right in a square. Well, a rectangle, actually. All right, I have my faces cut out. I'm just going to Mod Podge them onto that sturdy paper. Oh, life is an experiment, isn't it? All right, so I have all my faces glued on, and I'm just going to go in here and just give it a really primitive shape. Go across all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those and just make them some really primitive dresses. I wonder if I want that. I think I want that just a little slimmer. I think I can get away with that. Still has to hit the edge there. And it will. Okay, that's what we're going to do. It has to hit the fold, otherwise it won't work. All right, glue some dresses down. Now, as you can see, I am not playing with the shape too much. It's just really a random little shape. Don't spend too much time thinking about it. Just have some fun with it. All right, we have to let the girls dry. All right, so I have everybody glued on the front. Just very simple and very fun. Oh my goodness, so fun. I'm going to turn it over. And I am just going to glue some music paper all the way across the back. So it's underpants all the way across the back. Now a few of my pieces are longer than the other pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and put a piece of music paper all the way across that as well. I have a feeling, of course I don't know yet, but I have a feeling that I may be making the dresses at different lengths, but we shall see. So just enjoy your time with your Mod Podge and your music paper, musical underpants. Okie doke, gonna have to let that dry. think I might fold it a little bit first. I think that might be a good idea. If I can score that, I'll bring my ruler back in. I have so many rulers laying around. For a person that doesn't measure things, I sure have a lot of rulers around. Back into the accordion, and we're going to let that dry. So the girls are almost dry. I know that I want to embellish their heads with something. Haven't come across it yet, so we're just going to work with what we have. And I'm going to cut their little dresses out. And I'm going to leave those squares up for their heads until I figure out what I want to do about that. So I'm just going to leave the squares there. Come down to where they connect and go to the next paper doll. So if I can see where their neck kind of is, like I'm going to cut this in here, then leave her head. I cut that one in. I'll cut this one in, but I'll leave all this area to embellish. Pretty fun so far. So let's go in, and I just kind of wonky it up to the dress, and wonky it. And you get the idea. Or we got weird shadows on the table. I'm bringing these back in, and I'm just going to tear off some very slim strips, and I will embellish the dresses somewhat, something like that. And I'm just going to use the papers that we've already played with. That's fun. So yeah, just go through the papers that you've already used and make some accents for your girls' dresses. Now I'm just going to glue the accessories on. All right, I have all their strips glued on their dresses. And I'm just going to go back through and cut off the excess. So I put the strips on, trimmed them at the bottom, and we are ready for the next adventure. Look at this. This was laying on the floor. Ooh la la. Huh? Get you out of the bright light there. Oh la la, huh? We shall see. Not a big fan of glue and feathers, but we'll see. Good morning, village. The sun is not quite up yet. I've grabbed one of Somerset's old magazines, cloth, paper, scissors. When is this? Oh my gosh, this is when the magazine cost $7.99. July 2008, so this is about 10 years old. And I'm going to go through here and I'm going to find some fun things for, I've already gone through here, some fun things for their heads. So I'm just going to flip through and tear some things out, like this bauble right here. That would be fun on somebody's head. So just going to go through here and tear some things out. As I'm going through here, this bauble is the right size. There's not much space between their heads, pardon me, morning voice, their heads and the end. So it can't be anything real big, so I have to stay aware of that. Alright, I have some goodies cut out. I'm just going to go ahead and glue them down. Looks like I left baby blue out of the water all night. Rosemary sent me another one, so I will pick that one up. Baby blue is very forgiving when I do things like that. It'll be fine. And I am just going to glue those little bits and pieces down onto my girls' heads. This is a fun one. It's like a little mask of a cat's head. So I'm just going to put that right over her eyes. Oh my goodness. Such silly funness. You know, I responded to a comment this morning. Someone was saying, a couple comments we'll talk about. One artist was saying that they don't feel like an artist and they're afraid to say that they are an artist. Oh, I wish that would fit there, but that's a little bit... Oh, now I've pulled your eye off. Okay, well, then we're going to do that. Now you got a patch over your eye. That they were afraid to call themselves an artist, and it took me a very, 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 very long time to call myself an artist, and sometimes I'm still not sure. When I see some of the things that other people create, I think, and I call myself an artist, all I do is cut things apart and put them back together. How much of an artist is that? But I am an artist, just of a different flavor. Okay, I have my my hot glue gun heating up because I indeed want to use this feather on her. I want to put the feather here on her. Isn't that delicious? I have to cut her head out first. That I do need to do. But there are the fun things that I put on everybody else. And I'm going to cut her head off and then we'll be back. Well, I'm not going to cut her head off, but you know. I'm going to snip that so that's a little shorter. Maybe even a little shorter. A bit of hot glue gun here. Ooh la la. Then I have this gorgeous piece of feather left. And I'm going to use it. Oh, yes, please. Right, and I am going to go through that magazine again and see if I can find some fun decorations for their clothes. I have a couple of buttons that I cut out that would be kind of fun. All right, I cut out some collars. This one's going to get some buttons here. Like that. I'm going to glue these down. I'm going to cut their heads around their little embellishments here. Well, here they are, all cut out. So much more can happen to them. More embellishments, buttons and bows and ribbons and lace. So I'm going to walk away from that for now. Okay, look at the fun I've had. Oh my goodness. Buttons and feathers and lace. Their little headpieces. So fun. The sun is not up, so we've got a little bit of a glare on the table. I'm going to take some Distress Paint Black Soot. It's a dabber. And I'm just going to go around the edges of my dolls. It's easier just to do it like this than to try and catch that edge. Everybody looks pretty good. I don't care if a little bit of black gets on them. That's okay. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the back side and bring in some vintage photo and just grunge up the rest of the back of the dolls. I have my big Distress Inks of Vintage Photo packed for Australia. So this one's getting kind of dry. It's okay. Use what we have. I'm going to flip them over. And I'm going to just grunge them up a little bit. Don't want anybody looking so new. Next is the Stabilo. We're going to finish off the girls with some Stabilo. Oh, they look great. They are pretty fun. I'm going to bring in the Stabilo and go around the collars of their dresses and anything else that I think would be fun at this point to have a little Stabilo on it. So this is artist's choice, of course. And there they are. They are going to fold up and go in my book. Maybe I'll put some words here, huh? And in the book, I think it's going to go near the back. This is where we've mended and mended and mended. I think I'm going to put these together here and then stick the dolls in here. That's what we're going to do. I don't want to cover that image. I know you guys are all going, hooray, hooray, but I don't know what I want to do there yet, so I'm just going to leave that alone for this minute. And I'm just going to start gluing some fun underpants on this one, get a nice texture going. These are pages from this book and they just absolutely disintegrate in my hands. Here we go. All right, my gesso is nice and thick. I'm going to grab some gesso and paint it on that page where the paper dolls are going to go. Generous amount. And I'm going to take a piece of cardboard. It's a piece of something maybe from some breakfast bars or something. And I'm going to squish that together. Nice pressure on that. And I'm going to peel that off. Oh, look at that texture. That is so fun. Yep, that's fun. All right, gotta let that dry. All right, I'm gonna bring in the turquoise aqua. It says aqua craft paint, nothing special. I do not have very much left of that. And my credit card. Just drag that over that gesso texture. And let that dry. Okay, that acrylic is dry. I'm going to put my cap on my acrylic paint before that's everywhere. Take my sandpaper and scuff it back up. Okay, we got some beautiful texture by tearing that up a little bit, grabbing my walnut stain, and I'm just going to go over all that texture with that walnut stain. That's a beautiful page. Very simple too. Okay, so my paper dolls are going to go on that page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tacky glue on her. Ah, don't pull the feather off. Just on the first one. Some tacky glue on the first one. Using tacky glue instead of Mod Podge because it is a sturdier adhesive when we're working on stiffer things. Mod Podge can't be beat as far as I'm concerned for paper, but once it gets a little thicker than that, it needs a little bit more. Okay, I have my clips ready. I'm going to place this paper doll on this page. I'm going to clip her down. Oh, she got glue on her feather. That's all right. It's going to make it a little stiffer. Clip her on the top and clip her on the bottom. Then I think I'll find something heavy to put on it. I'll prop the book up and put something heavy on her. If I could sit on her, I would, but the book will not handle that. So we'll just find something heavy to put on her. And let her dry. I just slapped a piece of paper on the back of this. And these pull out, but I can't really show you how. I can show you how they pull out, but then they disappear off the screen. Ta-da! But they go back in like that. And I'm going to take my Stabilo, and I'm going to go around the edges of my pages, of course. And I'm going to go around the one paper doll that is on the page. And I'm going to go back in with my white paint pen and just give the page a few dots. And we're going to call it done. I am so happy with those girls. They are very, very fun. Oh, I did sew between them to make sure that the crease stayed nice. Do that, don't do that, artist's choice. So just another addition in our book. And we will tackle the screen page later. So go create, go play, go have fun.